In 2005, a man named Xing Ping worked as a housekeeper in a guest house in New York City. He was from China and didn't speak much English. Even so, he worked very hard, and everyone liked him because he was kind and took great care of the rooms. The staff and guests trusted him and often left notes thanking him for his work. He worked long hours and rarely complained because he felt his life was better than what he had back home. One day, a mysterious guest named Mr. Marco checked into the most expensive suite in the guest house. This suite had an amazing view of the city and was only for the wealthiest guests. Xing Ping was asked to clean the suite, but he found out quickly that Mr. Marco didn't want anyone in his room. Every time Xing Ping knocked, Mr. Marco would politely say it wasn't necessary. Mr. Marco always smiled and greeted the staff warmly, but something about him made Xing Ping uneasy. For over a week, no one but Mr. Marco entered the suite. The Do Not Disturb sign stayed on the door, as if warning people to stay away. Then one day, Mr. Marco disappeared. The sign was gone, and there was no trace of him in the guest house. The staff thought he had checked out early in the morning without needing help, but when the front desk checked the records, there was no record of his departure. It was like he had vanished into thin air. Despite the confusion, no one made a fuss since Mr. Marco had prepaid with a credit card. The manager asked Xing Ping to clean the suite. He hesitated, feeling like he should turn back, but decided to do his job. As soon as he stepped inside, he was hit by a terrible smell, like something had died. Covering his nose, his eyes watered from the stench. The suite was a mess, furniture overturned, empty bottles scattered, and the bed unmade with tangled stained sheets. The smell seemed to come from the closet, where the door was slightly open. Dread filled Xing Ping as he approached it. Inside the closet, among the scattered clothes and shoes, was a cardboard box. It looked out of place, like it had been forgotten. Trembling, Xing Ping opened the box, knowing it held something terrible. The smell got worse as he lifted the lid and screamed, dropping the box. Inside was a clump of hair, dirty and matted, with strands soaked in dried blood. The sight made his head spin, and he ran out of the room, heart pounding. His legs felt weak, but he managed to reach the elevator, barely able to press the button. As the doors closed, he tried to catch his breath, but the smell and image of the bloodied hair haunted him. It was too much, and he fainted before reaching the lobby. When he woke up, he was surrounded by guest house staff, paramedics, and police. The guest house was now a crime scene, with officers gathering evidence. The police questioned Xing Ping, but he was too shaken to say much. They told him that Mr. Marco had used a fake identity and a stolen credit card. The victim was identified as a missing model, and the hair in the box was hers, a gruesome piece of a darker mystery. Xing Ping never returned to that guest house. He quit his job that day, unable to face the horrors he had uncovered. The experience left a deep scar on him, haunting his dreams. Despite the passing time, he could never shake the feeling that he had narrowly escaped something far worse than he could ever imagine. If you enjoyed this story, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, Mr. Mid-Nightmare, and press the bell icon for upcoming scary stories. We need your support. Please share these stories with your friends and family. Thanks.